Chair. Today, the subcommittee begins to explore another important topic, urban stormwater runoff. Ignored in the past, more public attention is slowly being paid to the deteriorating impacts of urban stormwater runoff. Our nation's health, quality of life, and economic well-being rely on an adequate supply of clean water. Industries rely on clean water like farming, fishing, and manufacturing contribute over $300 billion a year to our gross domestic product. In the past 3 decades, this nation has made significant progress in cleaning up our rivers and lakes, but there's still much to be done. And in these economically challenging times, we must be sure that with the limited funds that we have, we are getting the most clean water for our dollar. One of the many factors that affect the water quality of our lakes, rivers, bays, and estuaries is urban stormwater. The impervious surfaces found in the urban environment accelerate drainage through curb gutters and drains to nearby natural streams and water bodies. As it flows through the urban landscape, the water picks up contaminants and sediment and dumps them into the receiving waters. In a more naturally vegetated landscape, the water moves more slowly. Much of it is soaked up by the soil, and plants and contaminants, sediments, tend to be filtered out. Cities and towns face the challenge of providing drainage without exacerbating flooding or diminishing water quality in local streams. This is accomplished through a host of traditional measures, including underground conveyances and catch basins. Some have suggested that urban areas need to employ more green technologies or limited impact designs to reduce the quantity and rate of flow of stormwater and thereby reduce the impacts of stormwater on the environment. These measures include green roofs, permeable pavement, curb cutouts, rain barrels, and buffer zones. These approaches have been introduced to areas where runoff is especially prevalent. These measures can be expensive, and their effectiveness will vary depending on the characteristics of the areas where they are used. For example, permeable pavement will not have much effect on slowing runoff in areas where the natural soil is relatively impervious to begin with. Nevertheless, where the right conditions exist, new technologies and designs can be cost-efficient and effective in managing stormwater. Where they work, these innovative features reduce the need for traditional stormwater infrastructure. Municipalities need a variety of tools in their toolbox to address stormwater management. Entities need to stay educated on all the options, both traditional methods as well as new or green designs. Non-governmental organizations such as the National Association of Flood and Stormwater Management agencies and certain environmental organizations can be very helpful in educating local officials about the various tools that are available and under what conditions they have proven to be useful. But in the end, it is the local officials, both elected and professional, who must decide what is the best solution for their specific circumstance. We all want the same goal, which is clean water. As we at the federal level look at the nation's stormwater policy, we must be careful that we don't impose solutions on municipalities that may not be the best fit, either technically or economically. I think that we can accomplish a lot with education outreach to help local officials consider all options. Additional research and development of innovative technologies and designs would help identify the most efficient and effective methods and add to the tools available to local officials. We should consider what would be the appropriate federal role in bringing such technologies and designs to the marketplace. Urban runoff accounts for 9% of impaired rivers and streams and 12% of impaired bays and estuaries. However, in our efforts to be more conscious of our environment, we must not lose sight of the cost of implementing new technologies and designs. Also, one-size-fits-all solutions or regulatory schemes to deal with impairments will not work for water quality improvement. Soil, hydrology, topography, weather, climate, and other conditions vary widely from site to site, region to region, and over time. Future solutions need to be science-based, economically feasible, and compatible with regional and site-specific conditions. Where appropriate, green infrastructure should be considered as part of the strategy in managing stormwater runoff, but by no means should it be a requirement. These new practices and technologies could result in numerous economic and environmental benefits. However, communities need to do a rigorous analysis of the cost and benefits of installing these technologies and decide for themselves the most appropriate course of action. I hope to learn more from the hearing today, from the panels of expert witnesses, and look forward to your testimony, and I appreciate you being here. I yield back, Madam Chair.